Last time on Astronautica.
Our heroes, having explored the town of Hell and met with its inhabitants, decided to go after Cookie to see what secrets he might have. But rather than finding Cookie, they found themselves in a little bit of a pickle with a sniper up on the cliff top. After they'd located the sniper, Oka got into her mech and proceeded to just backhand the shit out of him. But there was a catch. Turns out their mysterious sniper had been looking for them. But who is this mysterious sniper? Who is he working for? And why has he been looking for them? Well, you best stick around, because you're about to find out right here and now on Astronautica.
He turns and he looks at you, Oka, and he says,
Unit, come in. I found them.
Oh, tits.
Oy vey.
I don't like it.
and there's a momentary pause, and he says,
Affirmative, Captain. It's definitely them. They're the ones that took the pendant on Earth.
Oh, shit.
and then there's a brief pause, and he says,
Understood.
It is now, Hazel, it's your turn. You're still down in the ravine with Kyler.
And if I remember correctly, I have like 5 hit points.
Yeah, you got hit pretty hard. You did find a medical syringe with something in it, a metallic liquid.
Oh. Yeah, I'm just gonna, like, I don't know, is there the equivalent of like dodge? Block, I guess?
You can't block ranged attacks. You can take cover.
Okay, I will do that then.
Okay, so Hazel is going for a full round cover. You basically press yourself up against the side of the canyon, and
yep.
you are safe so far.
Sniper, no sniping.
Sniper, no sniping. Kyler, it is now your turn.
Okay, so I'm here. I've stabilized Cookie.
Yes, indeed, you
I
have.
am in this ravine. Purr. I don't really have much to be of use right now. Can a stabilized person be awoken?
No, he still needs to be healed. He's just not going to die on you.
Okay.
He's still unconscious. You would be able to maybe if you injected him with some drugs or something, but
Hey,
it's
that's
not.
my
you can't just
move.
like shake someone awake. Okay,
I wouldn't
drugs.
Where's
drop my
Oka when
good
you need her?
friend Steve's, no. Okay. What's in my inventory? Yeah, I've really got nothing for long range. Okay, I'm just gonna, I suppose, hail the astrolabe and just let them know, hi, we need like a doctor in the ravine. There's a dying man. I've stabilized him because I'm awesome and so talented. But, yeah, that's the situation.
Okay. There's a momentary pause, and then you hear the captain goes, and then she cuts and she goes,
We have a med bay on the ship, right?
yeah, you have a med
Okay.
bay.
What just happened?
Still don't have a doctor, but
If you can get me into our med bay, I might be able to do a little bit more for him, but yeah, I need a pickup as soon as you can get me. And that's, I think, all I can really do, because I don't have a ton that I can do. I'll like peek up over the ravine ridge, or is there anything around that Cookie had with him, or is it just him bleeding?
I mean, it's him bleeding. You assume he got there on one of the bikes. As I said, there was a nice one and then a shitty one. You can guess which one he
Yeah.
probably had. But it looked like he sort of headed out without much. He has a pistol on him, you find. It's nothing to write home about. It looks like just a, you know, almost like a Derringer. Like it's just like a little self-defense-y thing.
I will confiscate that until I know he's not going to shoot us.
It's a good call. People have a tendency of trying to.
I can't imagine why.
I mean, so far, I'll say you've been making lots of friends in town, so your
I've only
time in
stabbed a
town
few
could
of
have
them.
gone much worse. Your time out here could have gone much better, so, you know, swings and roundabouts, but... Okay, you confiscate his gun, and you hear the captain go,
Okay, you doing good up there? Do you need the ship for Overwatch or anything?
No.
cool.
Okay, great, yeah.
Roll me just roll a command check.
Okay. Command, oof, not great. Here we go. That's at least one success. I don't think I'm gonna push it.
Cool, one success. I'll just tack that on to the
Oh,
captain's
we have
maneuvers.
3 light points, right?
Yes, you do. Start of the session, 3 light points.
Then yeah, that'll, I'll burn a light point to give them a little more juice.
All right, so you boost a light point, so you're giving him a 3 all day for your command. So next time he rolls, he's going to add 3 dice. So, next up in the turn order, it is, in fact, the ship. So he's going to roll for pilot here, +3. Just a hefty chunk of dice. Cool. Yeah, this is a pretty easy maneuver. He backs the ship off a little bit and just lowers it down, pivoting it around. He gets as close as he can to the ravine. You will still need to take a move action to get in because he only rolled 2 successes, so it's not quite as neat or close and maybe as you'd like, but he does get it down with the ramp toward you so that you can get yourself and Cookie onto the ship nice and easy. This brings us to the top of the order, which is the sniper.
Yay.
The sniper pulls out a pistol from his side and fires it. I am spending a point of darkness that he might succeed against you. Cool. All right. He pulls a pistol out from his holster and fires it between the legs of your mech, Oka. And you see, quick as a flash, a zip line connect to his ship. He presses a button and it pulls him through your legs and up to his ship.
Wow. Impressive.
And he pops a button on the hatch and it opens and he hops inside.
Rude.
Okay.
And
well,
it
damn.
closes.
Are there attacks of opportunity in Coriolis?
Only if you haven't used all of your action points. Yeah. I was thinking about that and I went back and checked the last session because I knew he was going to pull this bullshit. And sure enough, Oka had run, jumped, and backhanded, which was a
3.
full round. He is still in the ship. The ship has not started moving yet as per the rules, which brings it to Oka. It's your turn.
How far?
You're in your mech. What would you like
Get
to
it,
do?
Met girl.
Yeah, how far is the ship from me? Probably not that far.
He's within one fast move action to get up to him.
All right, I'll take that action to try to get up to him.
All right, so you have 2 actions left. What would you like to do in your mech?
Okay. So am I up to him? I imagine I made that move. Okay.
Yeah, you made the move. You're up to the ship. He is inside his ship.
Oh, have I not gotten inside? I'm just up to. Okay, I'm at the
No,
ship.
no, no. This is like a 1-person ship, and you are still in your mech. This is a
Yeah, it was
small.
like a-
This is like a dogfighter.
Oh, great. And can I get a comparison as to the size of my mech to compare it to the ship?
Yeah, the ship is maybe, I would say, it's about 2/3 bigger than your mech. Your mech is not the biggest mech in the world. It's still like, this is not like
Gundam or some shit. Yeah, no.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
not, yeah, you're not like a skyscraper. This is closer to the loader mech from Aliens, but bigger, more robust, more designed for combat, and obviously fully enclosed and everything like that. So it's not so much bigger that like you couldn't do anything to it in your mech.
Do I have like some? Let's see here. Let's see.
So you've got, let's see, you have a built-in weapon, which is the sword. You have magnetic boots. You have high density, which gives you extra armor. And your reinforced exoservos give you a +2 to any forced checks you might make. Any strength-related things.
All right. Yeah, I want to start blasting at this thing.
All right. So, you're just gonna fire with with a gun?
If I'm within range, I'm gonna recon that. I'm gonna actually, I'm gonna try to slice it with the sword that I have.
Hell yeah.
All right. Roll for a close combat attack, and you get a +2 from your exo. So you're gonna use your close combat, pop on a +2, and
Get all day. I'm gonna push. So I only got out of all that 8. I only got 1 6.
the cruelty of the system is really.
Right.
Makes itself known.
It does frequently, and with great aplomb.
That's just 1 6.
1 6. All right.
8 dice.
You get 1 success. Ship has an armor of 3. Okay.
Okay.
You run up with your mech. Where are you trying to slash?
Well, give me a really quick. I know it's like a smaller ship. Can you give me
Yeah, so-
where how is it facing me, and does it have like?
It is facing toward the edge of the cliff.
Gotcha.
I imagined it actually as like Spike Spiegel's ship from Cowboy
I
Bebop.
thought
gotcha.
maybe.
Yeah, I mean, just a little bit there. Just one of my main fucking influences as a creator. It's pretty tight, all told. So it's got basically just an engine thruster on the back. It's got a cockpit. It's got a gun at the front. It looks like a couple guns on either wing, and just the 2 wings. It's a pretty basic, straightforward dogfighting. This thing is clearly built for like maneuverability more than like strength.
Okay, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slice the one of the wings, maybe the left one.
All right, you get a good hack in, and you pierce the armor with this razor-sharp, powerful sword. And he looks over at you. You slice into the wing. Unfortunately, you don't think you properly damaged it, and you definitely did not cut it off. It is now, Hazel, your turn. You are taking cover. The astrolabe has landed down, and you could make a run for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get on our ship.
All right, you can do so easily.
Okay. Would I then be able to get myself situated at one of our weapons systems? Because I know we have pew guns.
You
On the
do
ships.
have pew guns. However, unfortunately, it is a full round action to get yourself. Well, you're not dragging Cookie, are you?
No, I just got myself there.
I'm gonna roll on the Be Nice dice.
Okay. No, fuck it. I want to pew things.
Yes, you can get to a pew pew station in time.
Cool. I'm just gonna, get myself situated there.
All right.
And obviously that's my turn.
You slide down, and Josie's actually sitting in there. And you're like,
Josie!
Hey, what's going on out there?
Well, there's a sniper. I hurt. It's awful. We found Cookie. He is, sort of not dead.
Who's Cookie?
Guy from town. Person we're looking for. Oka's obviously got her mech suit. She's punching things, I guess. Who knows?
Cool. Are you taking over?
I'll just sit down on the floor. No, I'll just sit. Can I see out as well?
You
Or
can
is it
see
more
out.
like Star Wars with the little...
Yes. So the
Bluebee.
dome is situated on the underside of the ship, and there is a seat that has, sort of turret handles, a la Star Wars. And
then
you can see out.
you can actually cool. Then I'll just sit down next to her and she can do the pew-pewing and I'll just, manager it.
Okay, so you'll just do the command.
Hello, yes,
Excellent.
I am Project Manager Hazel today.
There we go. Next up is Kyler.
I have not gotten Cookie in the ship yet, right? It's just positioned so that I can.
No, it is just positioned.
Okay. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this doofus man and try to get him on the ship to the med bay.
All right. You grab him. With a full round action, you are able to move him up to the ship. Nobody's sniping at you. You're safe. You drag him, leaving a trail of blood in the dust, and you just get him up into the bay of the ship. That's your turn. Is there anything you want to communicate with anyone or anything like that?
I'll just tell everyone that I'm on board, and yeah, I'll call out and be like, all right, we're all on board except for Oka. Let's make sure she has everything she needs.
The captain's voice comes in. And the astrolabe starts to rise. Oka, you see the astrolabe emerge basically right in front of the sniper's ship. So it's gonna be a tricky maneuver for him to get away. It also spins around as it rises so that the platform is now facing toward you, so you could hop on your turn. You see Kyler holding a bloodied, dustied Cookie in the bay. And that brings it to the sniper's turn. Let's see how this goes. 5, 2. All right, well, damn, kid. Wow. The engine kicks in on board the sniper's ship, and he gives you one last look, Oka, and then punches it forward, almost straight toward the astrolabe. And then at the last second, he cuts the engine, and the ship falls off the lip vertically down. And then you hear the sound of the engine kicking in again as he flies under the astrolabe and toward the canyon. He rolled really well on his pilot check. So, he is away. Oka, it is your turn.
Damn, he is away. He's airborne,
He's airborne.
and I gotta get on this ship. Then I run towards the astrolabe.
Cool. I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. It was positioned nicely. You can just hop over. That's that's fine. You get on board the ship. I'd say getting on board the ship takes one fast action. You have 2 actions left. Is there anything you'd like to do?
How far is weapons? And then on the ship, the
If
bridge,
you were
I guess.
to get out of your mech, which will take you 1 action, you would get there next turn.
All right, I'll do that.
But, like, you'd still have, like, an action to get there. I'm trying to keep ship movement not so, like, I want you guys to be able to move around the ship as freely as you can in the middle of combat. Whereas, like, you know, on board the space station, the distances were, like, really far, and it was, you sort of had to go from place to place. This is much more like you should be able to get from place to place without too much trouble once you're on board the ship, so I'm not really gonna... Ship combat actually works differently anyway, which we may be about to find out. We'll see. So, all right, you're on board the ship and heading toward weapons. Hazel, it is your turn. You just watched this, like, crazy bullshit Top Gun maneuver that this guy just pulled.
Impressive if it was us.
Yeah. These ain't your normal scrubs, boys. These is something else.
I'm just gonna be like pointing kind of wildly and telling in as calm a voice as possible. Just shoot him.
Okay.
Please.
So this is exciting.
And we only have the one gun, right? We don't have multiple.
You have, yeah, so you have one gun, a defensive gun, and you have the data meme.
Oh yeah, I can't use the data meme
ability. Yeah, that's right.
That involves brain stuff.
Can't do that.
Only punch.
Only punch or stab in your case.
Gee.
All right, let me just pull up the ship combat section because things are about to get a little bit fun. Now, here's an interesting thing. We haven't actually set forward what everybody's roles are on board the ship. We sort of said Hazel Captain, but there are actual roles that can be filled because there are phases to ship combat. It's slightly different than standard combat. So we have, the crew positions are as follows. We have the captain, the engineer, the pilot, the server operator, and the gunner. Multiple people can fill these roles, especially on board larger ships. And it is also set up so that you all can sort of work through this. But the main question is, are we fully designating Hazel the captain?
I feel like that's not up to me.
So, okay. So, it says here under small crews that if we have, like, a crew of 3, which we kind of do, like, I recognize that we have a larger crew, and maybe we distribute some of these roles to NPCs if that does feel interesting for us. But it says with small crews of 3, the engineer takes on the sensor operator's role. The data gen and technology roles are rolled normally, and the engineer simply gets 2 actions per turn.
I would be willing to roll with that if that works for y'all. So it would basically be like pilot, commander.
Because how many phases? There are 5 phases of combat, and there are 3 of us.
So what's to stop us from having, like, Josie do combat stuff?
Exactly.
And Nimble do some of the, like, science-y stuff?
Nothing. I mean, you currently have the
Like-
captain piloting.
Yeah. So, you know, if the captain is supposed to be, like, the role of captain is the person supposed to be giving orders, I really don't feel comfortable with Captain Tanner having that role.
That is fair, yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you know.
There's a little bit, you know, we are chaos incarnate, but that's maybe a little bit too much chaos incarnate.
Mm-hmm.
What I would say is what we would probably wind up doing is have pilot be captain and engineer be
Operator? Sensor
data
operator?
be operator as well.
And then just have gunner be...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. If you want player characters in all of the roles, that's fine. That would put Kyler in captain, pilot, Oka in engineer, sensors, and me at gunner.
I feel like that certainly makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a lot more interesting as opposed to us being like, NPC, go do this. And then behind the
I do
scenes,
agree.
yeah.
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah, I do agree in that regard. And you guys can also, like, you know, we can play this a little bit flexible if someone wants a turn at the
Yeah, and then that
guns.
way we have the opportunity to be like, I gotta
guns.
step away. You NPC, take over. Like,
Exactly. Well, let's go with that. The NPCs will act as your stand-ins so that if you guys are doing something, like how the captain was maneuvering the ship based on what you were doing, but basically I'll just keep the NPCs running on your commands so that you guys can take over or not take over as much as you want so that you have the flexibility to maneuver as you see fit, because I think that'll make it more interesting for y'all as well.
that feels good to me, so long as that feels good to everybody else.
Feels good to me.
Sounds
All
good to
right,
me.
cool. So we'll have this last round go, and then we'll dive into the ship combat, and we'll see how it works. How's that sound?
Love it.
So, Hazel, you point and basically just yell, like, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him.
Yeah, and then, you said there was also a defensive gun, correct?
Yes, it is an autocannon that...
Oh, okay, it's
that-
not like a piloting.
Yeah, it fires out to, like, break apart torpedoes that are coming at you and stuff like that.
Cool, but it does not need, no one needs to operate that thing. It just does its thing. It's like the Iron Dome.
Defensive fire replaces all offensive fire in that turn. So you're basically choosing to not do damage, but prevent attack from on your ship.
Okay, so it's something that Josie, as the person who's currently operating the gun, is also doing.
Yes.
Cool.
All right. So
Then yeah, that is my turn. I'm just gonna, like, I don't know, excitedly stare at the ship.
you do so. Kyler, what would you like to do?
I'm going to drop Cookie in medbay and ping on the ship's comms and say, Maxie, it's time to earn that title of doctor. And I start making my way to the bridge.
You hear her, it crackles and she says,
Try not to vomit. I hear it's bad for open wounds.
you get no response. All right. It is now the ship's turn, and then we are going to dive into ship-to-ship combat. The doors of the bay close, so y'all aren't going to go spilling out. And Josie's going to take a shot at the ship.
Go, Josie. You got this.
Josie's on a vacation far away.
Let's see.
Couldn't help myself.
Here we go.
We're on a class 3?
You're on a Class 3 pleasure cruiser.
Pleasure cruise. I feel like you should have Barry White playing in the background. Welcome to the pleasure cruise. Astrolabe. I'm getting a rug at some point for our ship.
Fuck yeah.
Like a shag carpet.
Yep.
What does the ion cannon do again?
It inflicts both system and hull damage.
System and hull damage. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
And there is contested armor of 2. All right. She gets a good shot in with the ion cannon, hitting in the wing where Oka had previously sliced. And the ship sort of buckles a little bit, but does not fall. Hey everybody, Matt here, your GM in space. GM in space. Just a few quick notes first off, thanks so much for listening. We have a ton of fun making this show, and I hope you are enjoying listening to it as much as we enjoy making it. We're in chapter 3 now, and boy howdy, if it isn't going to be a doozy of an arc, it's going to be a blast. I'm enjoying it. I hope you are too. If you are enjoying the show and haven't already yet, why not give us a cheeky little like and subscribe? Leave us a comment on a streaming platform, tweet or post about us. We're working by word of mouth, so every little bit helps. If you would like to support us more directly, check out our Patreon. We have a ton of fun stuff over there. There's uncut recording sessions, so you can hear us debating about rules and talking about all sorts of random stuff. There's music from the episodes, which I create myself. There's little logs from the characters' perspectives, and even some one-shot adventures that are really fun and goofy and great and amazing, and I get to play in them as opposed to GMing them, and it's a lot of fun. And you can find all that and more at our Patreon. You can look us up on Patreon, or just go to Too Many Dice's Linktree, which is linktree/TooManyDice. That's linktr.ee/2 many dice. And now for some quick shout-outs. First off, a huge shout-out to Alexander Ferguson, who is our first higher-tier Patreon supporter and an all-around amazing human being. And also a huge thank you to the rest of our Patreon supporters as well. We are really ever grateful and humbled by your continued support and patronage. It means a lot to me, to us, to all of us, and I hope you guys are enjoying all the silly stuff that we have over there. And you guys are making it so that we can afford to keep doing this. And if you're not a Patreon supporter, again, go over, check it out. There's a lot of cool stuff. And it means that maybe eventually we can make this our full-time job, which would be amazing. I would love to do that. Also, a shout out to my amazing players, Ian Mutiner, Benjamin Timothy Jenkins, and Lauren Alice Dinney, without whom none of the ridiculous and wonderful bullshit I have to navigate would exist. They're great. I have a lot of fun playing with them and seeing what they're gonna throw at me, because I never know, and it's usually something ridiculous, and I love it. Finally, I just want to thank Angie Feek, my wonderful wife and partner in crime, who has been instrumental in making this happen through many conversations and brainstorming sessions and back and forths and talks in the car and all sorts of stuff. The story's just beginning to unfold now. We're peeking over the precipice, and I hope you're in for the ride, because it's gonna be a wild one. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So anyway, thanks again. Thanks for listening, and stay tuned for more Astronautica. We'll see you soon. Now, we're starting proper ship combat. So, I need the ship's captain to roll for initiative, please.
Okay. Thankfully, with my combat veteran, I get to roll 2 die. So, that's a 4.
A 4. All right. So, in secret, choose which of the commands you would like to utilize.
Okay.
So, I have mine selected. Do you?
I have mine selected.
All right. What are you gonna do?
Attack, baby.
Attack. All right. And he is going for retreat. Next up, the next phase, we have the engineering phase, which is about distributing energy points. So let's see here.
Yeah, how do I do that?
Yeah.
So you can overload the reactor, which
Okay.
you would roll, I imagine, technology or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We would get extra energy points to use on our ship, but it does suffer, like the ship's hull suffers some damage per each additional point you give us to use. We don't have any hull damage yet, but that's another one of your things.
Mm-hmm.
As is repair system damage.
So your ship has 5 energy points per round. So the way you distribute the energy points, it's basically you need to give them points in order for them to be able to do stuff. That's the idea of it.
Gotcha. And is there any way to steal points from, like, say, diverting energy from, like...
That's the overloading the reactor.
Okay. Cool.
So the way you overload the reactor is as follows.
But all else fails, just eject the warp core and you're good.
I don't think that would work in this ship, but
No, it would not. It's always the go-to.
yeah, so it's going to be you're going to roll for technology, and you get extra energy points based on the number of successes you get.
Okay, but then there's always a consequence.
You
for that,
always
right?
get 1 point in damage to the ship.
Okay, so I don't think we need that
And
yet.
if you fail, you get an additional 1 point damage.
So I'm gonna just distribute these 5 points, okay? And I can in the areas in which I can give them to, or what? I guess piloting, the weapons. What else?
Piloting, weapons, sensors is
Sensors,
another
okay.
one. And I think those are the main 3. I would call those the main 3 for now.
And could the captain give me orders to give them a certain idea? Is it up to me to stay engineer?
I mean, the thing is, so the captain's order just gives like a little bonus to like someone.
Okay, gotcha.
You don't have to follow the captain's orders. You can
Cool.
choose to do whatever you want.
All right, cool. I'll give so we have 5 working one, and they replenish every round, right?
Every round. Yep. They don't roll over either.
Okay, cool. So I'll just get rid
Use
of
them or
them now.
lose them.
I'll have 2 to weapons, 3 to pilot.
None to censor. Okay.
All right, no.
All right.
Yep. Nope. I said it already. It's too late.
Cool.
Yep.
And you're not going to try overloading the reactor on this. You're going
I'm going with
straight
that.
and
Yeah.
narrow. All right. Cool. All right. The other actions, you don't really need to do any repair or anything like that at the moment. Your ship is fine. So at the moment you are good, which brings us to the pilot phase. Kyler, are you going to be taking over piloting?
Yeah, I believe so.
All right. So you sprint onto the bridge of the ship, and the captain looks up at you and goes, "Hello."
Yes, hello. It's time to scoot.
Oh, right. Thank you. He scoots. He's just happy to be here. All right, you are now in the piloting phase. So the way the pilot phase works is as follows. You are going to attempt a maneuver. You can either position, which would raise your initiative score. You can advance or retreat. You can perform evasive maneuvers. You can ram and board. I will also, just so you know, he did roll better than you in initiative. So his piloting thing is going to go first.
Okay.
I didn't do his engineering phase because y'all don't need to know what he's doing. But, so his piloting is going to happen first. And he is going to attempt to advance or retreat away from y'all. Let's see here. So that's 1, 2, 7. So he is rolling to retreat. I'm spending a point of darkness.
Darkness.
Well spent. All right. He guns his engine, and his ship just zips away from you.
That son of a bitch.
He's still in sight, but he's lying low in the canyon, which is also, I will say, too small for your ship. If you remember, you had to fly over the canyon.
We don't have any like smaller ships, obviously. No.
So
Not yet.
he's beneath us though, like running through some sort
No,
of.
he moved out from under you. He's now ahead of you in the canyon. I see. What you are
Yeah.
up higher than he is. Yes, technically, positioning in 3D space does not matter as much in the ship phase. It's really just about proximity.
Can
They
you-
do this so that you don't have to have a z-axis graph going.
Could you imagine if we had access to nukes right now?
God fucking.
So where do I find them?
Oh yeah, true.
Hypothetically
We have
speaking.
to
Well-
like get a level up to a certain point, don't we?
If you remember from the notes, nuclear disarmament was one of the agreements for joining the Union.
Oh right.
good luck finding them, motherfuckers.
He's like, I'm not
Oh,
gonna give
don't
you that
worry.
much fucking power.
You'll fucking
Oh,
find
rip.
them, I'm sure.
I was like, between me and Oka,
Right, yeah.
You know,
where
make
there's a
one
will,
and-
there's a way.
We can't
Stick it in a
find him.
cat
Just
food
nuke the
tin.
planet.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you
Oh
killed
my
millions
God.
of people.
But we got him.
We got him.
We think. I don't know.
Got him.
Got him. Got him.
The best part is that would be exactly what she would say.
Yeah.
She'll just be like, we got him, I think.
I think we got him.
That sounds right.
So it is now, Kyler. It is your turn. What would you like to do in the piloting phase?
I'm definitely, I suppose, just based off of the options that have been presented, it seems sensible to try to advance. I'm gonna try to get closer, so that we
All right,
don't
roll for pilot,
don't
please.
lose them.
You do not gain any bonuses to maneuver, so it is a flat pilot roll.
Okie dokes.
Oh man, I should have gave points to sensors on Twitch.
Oh my God, that's good. That is
great.
very
Yeah.
good. Okay. Okay. So on the initial roll, that's 4 successes. Here's what I'm gonna
Okay.
do to be a little betch. I'm going to push because I would only get to roll 2 dice normally if I pushed. But with my handy little talent, a leaf in the wind, I get +2 to all piloting checks anytime I push.
Is that for any class of ship?
Any class of ship. The only thing that's
All right.
specified as class is my Thunderbolt.
All right, then roll.
All right, that brings it to 5 successes all day.
Okay. You gun the ship forward, and you are able to keep up with him. He did not roll very well, and you definitely did. So you, despite the fact that his ship is significantly smaller than yours, you are able to just gun this thing forward, and you have you're able to stay roughly on top of him. This now brings us to. Oh, I apologize. Actually, engineering gave you some extra points.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that. Oh, so actually, no, that works because in order. Oh, interesting. So, in order to pull advance retreat, you actually need the energy points equal to the class of the ship. So, that I believe works out because Oka gave 3 to pilot and 2 to guns, correct?
Yes. Mhm.
So, that actually works out just fine. You don't get any bonuses for it. However, that's your EP to move forward. So, hey, good job. Well done. Happy circumstance. Next up, we are in the sensor phase, which goes to engineering. Is that right?
I believe so, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. But sensors did not get any EP. Therefore, sensor phase goes. Yep. Y'all cannot do anything in the sensor phase because there was not energy allocated for it.
Sorry.
So, hey, we're learning. We're learning. Now it is the attack phase. The attack gets a bonus from the command, which means that you get. Oh, Kyler, would you roll for command, please, to see how much they get?
Sure. That's only 1 success.
1 success. All right, so she gets a bonus of 1. Nice. And another attack phase. Here we go. Fire weapon system. Bonus of the weapon system. Certain features by the strength of the lock on the enemy ship, which is none. Firing without target lock gives the gunner a -2 to the roll. Okay. So there's no target lock, which means she takes a -2. She got a +1 from command. Josie dips out and she says, "Hey, take over. I think you'll do a better job than I do."
Yeah.
All right. So you are going to roll 1 die for attack.
1 die.
1 die.
Oh no, that's a failure.
Okay. All right.
That's okay. It's one die.
You
Like, that's
slide in and you fire, and as you go, he rounds a bend in the canyon, and the bullets strafe along the top. He's flying defensively. He clearly knows what he's doing. That brings
Well,
us to
fuck him.
the end of the turn order and back up to command. So, Kyler, choose your command. Let me know when you got it.
I'm gonna go for attack again, because that grants us a bonus to movement and to all attacks.
Yep. All right, so roll for command, please.
Okey-doke.
Spending a point of darkness.
That is 1 success.
1 success. All right, so you have a bonus to attack and to your movement rolls. Next up, engineering phase. Oka, how would you like to distribute these points?
All right, so I'm gonna give.
Keep in mind you need a minimum of 3 points in order to be able to move the ship forward.
All right, let's overhaul the thing.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, roll a technology roll for me, please.
That's 1/6. I'm gonna use a light point.
Sure. All right, boosting it to 3. So you have 3 extra points to distribute. So you have 8 points all day. How would you like to distribute those?
8 points all day. Fantastic. All right. Let's do. Oh fuck. Let's do 3 weapons, 3 pilot, and 2 sensor.
All right, so, okay, so 3, 3, and 2.
Yep.
Awesome. Great. Perfect. And that is the energy distribution, which brings us to the pilot phase. Kyler, do me a favor. Roll, what maneuver are you trying to do here? Position, advance, retreat.
So we've already advanced up to him, like we are.
Oh, that's right. He goes first. Sorry, he actually goes first.
Okay.
Because he did better in initiative than you. So he is actually going to roll first. There we go. Oh, dang, boy. I am going to spend a point of darkness on this. Sure. He punches the engine, and the little live dogfighter plane blasts forward down the canyon, and he gets well and away from you. He basically moved 3 units away from you.
Okay, so he's 3 units away from us. In that
Correct.
case, I'll go for advance.
All right, roll for advance.
And I will go ahead and push that luck.
All right, give me back my darkness. Gotta spend it to keep this guy alive.
I keep pace. I advanced 3 units. I get an additional die to my movement, right? Because I got 1 on
Yep,
command.
roll it.
Okay, great. So I actually should have rolled.
Just roll.
Can I roll?
Yeah, just roll that additional 1 and see if you get it.
Okay.
And then you can re-roll it because you pushed. So just roll 2d6 and tell me if you get success.
Okay.
On either
Hot
of those.
damn. Yes, I did.
All right. Do you want to try and overshoot him, or you're just keeping pace?
I'm getting in front of this fuck. Yeah.
All right. You're still on top because he's still in the canyon, but you overshoot. You zoom forward in front of him. And yeah, you are now ahead of him. All right, that brings us to the sensor phase, which brings us back to Oka. Now, the things you can do are as follows. You can target lock. You can break target lock, which you don't know if he has target lock on you or not. And you could do a pulse and meme attack. You do have the data meme ability, which would mean that... So basically what would happen is you would roll a data spider check at a -2 because his signature is small, because he's a widow baby.
He's a widow baby.
If you wanted to do that. The other thing you could do is target lock, which would be similar. Either way, you're going to be doing a data spider at a -2. If you lock on, the gunners will not suffer a -2 penalty. If you do the data meme, Oh, you can do both. It only costs 1 EP. You can technically do both if you'd like.
And this is all. And I will get negative rolls on this.
Sensor phase, Oka.
That's me.
You have, you got 3 points to spend. You can do target lock and disappear. No, not disappear. That's not what I meant. Pulse and meme attacks, because you do have the data meme. So what would you like to do, Oka?
And I will get negative rolls on
You get
this.
a -2 on both of the data spider rolls because the ship size is smaller than yours, but that's it. You can still roll data spider.
Okay, well then I'll do both then, right? Target locking.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to. There's really no reason not to.
I got a question about our initial energy points. Those are 5, and so we have those to
Yes.
distribute. Oka can distribute those 5 in any way on the engineering phase.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, that's how that works.
And those just give extra dice.
No, they don't even, no, they actually allow you to do things.
Got it.
You have to have energy points in order to do it.
Got it.
So for instance, if Oka didn't put any energy to the piloting, your ship would not move.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. All right, so, Oka, target lock. So roll a data spider.
That's 2 6s, baby.
2 6s. All right, so we got a lock of 2. There we go.
All right, and then for the other one.
Yeah,
okay,
the
you
data
wanna roll
meme.
another one, or-
Okay, so actually, in order to do the data meme, so you're going to do a data spider roll for me to determine what systems are on the enemy ship.
All right. Just target. So okay, data. So I still do a data spider, but I'm turning what systems on the ship. Okay.
Yeah, we're doing separate ones for each.
Okay. Do I do minus anything for this as well?
-2, yep.
All right. That is 1 6 and I had 2 5s. Jesus. I will darkness.
All right, darkness, roll again, please.
That's another 6.
All right, so you're
yeah.
at 2 successes. Okay, so you give the ship a quick scan, and you see that he has some weapons on board. So he has an ion cannon, he has a torpedo, and he also has an escape pod unit. Sort of like a more like an ejector seat than anything else.
An ejector seat, yeah.
So he's got 2 different weapon systems and an escape system. Those are what you see based on the ship.
Oh, good for him.
So what would you like to try and deactivate?
His weapons.
All right. Are you going for the ion cannon or the torpedoes?
Would the torpedoes hurt more?
Probably. But
Yeah, let's go with
they
that.
can be blocked by your autocannon.
Oh, they can't be blocked by. Well, let's take them out anyway.
All right. So you are data meming his torpedo. That means. So you have analyzed that. You're going to go. So you actually need to make a 3rd data spider roll -2 for the
Yeah.
data meme attack.
Data spider, data spider.
Jeez.
All
I'm gonna use
right.
a light point. A none,
Partial
that was
success.
not
All
for
right.
me, so it's a partial
You
success.
send out this pulse of electrical energy that ripples along his ship, and the torpedo system goes offline.
Nice.
All right.
Hot damn.
Yep.
Hell yes.
And it is now the attack turn. Now his torpedo is not engaged, so he can't do anything about that. But he is going to, now that you are in front of him, he is actually going to fire at your ship. So All right. So I am going to have y'all roll for armor. I need your armor class is 7. Nope, it is 5, as you are a class 3. So your armor class is 5. Hazel, give me an armor roll.
You said 5, right?
5, yes.
There's 2 successes.
2 successes. All right, you match. The guns of his ship strafe upward along the astrolabe, pinging off the outer hull, and you all do not take any damage. Though you are at a -1 ship HP, which brings you down to 5 because Ben overloaded the system. So next up, it is Hazel. You have a target lock, which means you are not going to be at a -2.
Yeah. So I get to roll 3 die?
The attack gave you a yes. You got a.
What are our whole points at? Sorry.
Your hull points are at 5 currently. From 1 overload.
Okay.
So you got the attack, and Ian, what was the command you rolled? Just the 1?
Yes, it was +1.
All right, so you get a +1 to attack, and you also the ion cannon.
It has a bonus of +1. Does that mean that they?
Yeah, so you get another +1 to attack. All right, so you're going to roll ranged combat for me, Hazel.
Like my ranged combat?
Your ranged combat with a +2.
It's 2 successes.
2 successes. All right, he's going to roll for armor against that. All right, he unfortunately matched your attack. So
Rude.
Your first attack goes undone. You still have 2 more energy points to spend, though.
Can I keep using those to just attack him?
I do believe
With my target lock?
Yeah, I believe you can.
Okay. Okay, that was 1 success.
1 success.
Hot damn.
So his armor cancels out that one as well. Roll for the final one.
Okay, that was 3 successes.
Okay. Yeah, not that time. All right. He is obviously very good at evasive tactics. Each time you hit, he's just twisting and weaving, but you finally get a lock on him properly, and you blast him in the hull of the ship, doing, I think it does 1 point of damage, and systems damage as well. His ship's looking pretty beat up.
Good.
That's for fucking sniping me, asshole.
Right? We hate campers.
Yeah. Brings us back around to the top of the order. We've got the command. Kyler.
Yeah. Attack, attack, attack.
Attack, attack, attack. You got it. So.
That is no success there. I'll burn a light point. Why the fuck not? Make it a mixed success so that it's at least +1 going forward.
All right.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
So you have 1 point in the command. All right. You have 1 point from command. That brings us to engineering. Oka, how would you like to divide your points up?
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna overload one more time.
All right. Roll for technology, please.
I'm gonna push for darkness because I got nothing. Come on, big money, big money. That's 2 6s.
2 6s. All right, so you have an extra 2 points. That brings your ship's health down to 4. You have 7 points to send out. How would you like to send them?
So you need 3 to move the ship. So
Yep.
obviously 3 to the 3 to the pilot.
3 to pilot. You got it. Leaves you with 4.
All right, so I guess I'll split those. Sensor and weapons.
You got it. All right, so we're doing 3 2 2. 3 2 2. Awesome. You got it. Next up, it's the piloting maneuvers.
All right.
He's gonna go first. Oh, dip. All right, taking another point of darkness. Or spending, rather. Okay. He goes into an evasive maneuver. He basically cuts his engine, backs out, and spins, trying to get the lock off of y'all. Kyler, you are ahead of him. What would you like to do?
Yes, I'm ahead by 1 unit. So he's not particularly like moving. He is just trying to do something to break our lock.
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to go ahead and try to, I forget what the exact move is called, but it's essentially like maneuver for position. So I'm going to try to get ahead of him in the initiative order.
Absolutely. Yeah, so you're going to roll for pilot. Each 6 on the roll raises your initiative score of the ship by 1 for the coming turns.
Okay. And I get +1 from my command, correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay. I will push it.
All right.
I start with 2 successes, but I'm pushing it, baby. Here we go. That is 3 successes all day.
All right.
So that brings our initiative score up to 7.
All right, which allows you to take the lead. Perfect. You have done so. You are now at the head of the initiative. This brings us to the sensor phase, and he's gonna go first.
Does our initiative not take effect now?
No, it's next turn.
Got it. Okay. Cool.
So he is gonna do a couple of things. Here we go. Oh, dang. All right, spending 1 more point of darkness. Yep. All right. His evasive maneuver was successful. The target lock has been broken.
Jerk.
He flips his ship around, and then he's gonna do one other thing. Oh, dip. All right, 1 more point of darkness. I just spent up all my darkness keeping this bastard alive. Yeah. Hazel, Kyler, from your positions on the bridge and in the gunner pit, you see him basically flip his, he basically puts on the brakes and does like a crazy ass 3-point turn style thing in the middle of this canyon and spin around. The target lock goes wild, and then all of a sudden, his ship vanishes. He has fully vanished from sight.
Fuck.
Hazel's just gonna. Where did the ship go?
So
Can we not test a sensor roll against this? We have super sensors. I know that
you have
just
super
sort of
sensors, which
increases
is
the
about
range.
length. I think for fairness, just so it doesn't feel like a full cheaty cheat, I will allow for a data spider roll on sensors to see if y'all can find him. I think that seems fair to me.
And it would be a -1 on that because of the stealth tech, I believe.
Yes, it'll be at a -1. Ben, if you want to make, as the sensor, if you want to make a data spider roll, see if you can catch this guy.
Data spider, data spider.
I think this is going to be, well, is this going to be opposed or what? Hang on. I think it is because I rolled for disappear. So it's going to be opposed. Okay, yeah. This is going to be an opposed roll versus what he rolled when he disappeared. So let me know what you roll and I'll tell you if you see it.
Absolutely. Data spider, data spider. I could either do partial success and use my last light point, or I could roll. Yeah. Oh no, I was like, I was saying that I could either do that or do darkness. I'm gonna push.
Push? All right, push it. Let's see. Fingers crossed.
Nothing.
Ah, bummer. Yeah, you unfortunately lose track of him, and you have no idea where he is.
Damn.
You have unfortunately lost your sniper. You are all floating above the canyon, pointed back toward town. You have Cookie in the bay. What would you all like to do?
I would like to, just in frustration, the ion cannon doesn't have, like, bullets that I can run out of, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm
You're just gonna like fire.
just a couple of pew-pews. And, like,
All right.
Random directions.
Roll for an attack with like a -3
Okay.
ranged combat.
Okay, so it's my ranged combat -3. So if we use my ranged combat with no bonuses from anything and the -3, I roll 1 die, and I got a
Alright.
6.
You got a 6. All right. So you angrily point break the cannon up into the air, and unfortunately you don't hit anything.
Yeah, that's unsurprising. Just
Oh, good.
angry aggro tank.
Yeah.
Barbarian rage.
What would you all like to do?
I'm gonna go see if I can get fixed up in the med bay.
And I'm gonna go make sure that we can stabilize and wake up Cookie. So I'll join you, Hazel.
All right. You all head to medbay, where Cookie is lying, bandaged. He's hooked up to some various, he's got like a little oxygen mask on. And Maxie is sitting there as you walk in, and she says, "You know, I made it abundantly clear when you asked me on that I was not gonna doctor for you guys, and the reason for that is because I'm not a medical doctor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? So, what the fuck?"
We haven't found a new doctor yet. So,
Man. Well, I did what I could. I mean, he's fine. He's not awake, but, you know.
Step aside.
Oh, God.
MD is here.
Oh, I guarantee you do not have any sort of medical doctorate.
Let's find out. I'd like to roll medicine.
All right, roll medicine.
Woof. I will burn my final light point.
All right, does that bring it up to a partial or a crit?
That's a partial.
All right. You manage to stabilize him a little bit further and stop the bleeding, but you cannot wake him up. He looks like he could use some, like, real better medicine, you know?
Sure, yeah.
He's not gonna die. He is very much not going to die. You do not need to worry about it. I mean, if you left him alone for a while, he might, but he is out of immediate threat and danger. But you think, like, an actual doctor might be a little bit more helpful.
Sure.
As you, like, poke his bullet wound.
Wake up! Come on! Wake up!
He don't wake. What would you all like to do?
I suppose we could try taking him to the doctor in town?
I mean, it seems like the best option we have.
That could work. That's an idea. Yeah.
Sure. So you guys head back into town?
I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
You head back into town. The flight back is uneventful. And it doesn't take that long. You weren't actually too far away at that point because you'd been chasing this sniper at breakneck speed down the canyon toward the town. You arrive, and you arrive at the little landing area. You set the ship down. I'm not going to make you roll for it because it's like an easy landing pad. And you all take Cookie to the doctor?
And myself.
And yourself, sure. You take Cookie to the doctor. The bell jingles as you enter, and you see in the background, you are, of course, initially greeted by the Kuchisabishi style robot that turns to you and says,
Hello, would you like a haircut?
and from a drawn curtain in the back, a bloodied hand emerges, and the surgeon rounds the corner, the doctor, and goes, "Oh, you again. You're looking worse. Is that Cookie? What the fuck happened to him?"
Snipers.
I'm sorry, did you just say snipers?
Yeah, snipers.
Yeah. Snipe.
I am in
So-
quite a bit of pain. I imagine he is too.
Snipers? Oh, that's
Yeah.
a new one.
Pew pew, guns. Ouch.
Yes, so I've gathered.
He had been
All right.
meeting with that Jakani stranger that had been in town recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. That's interesting. I'd heard that he'd played a couple games of cards with the fella, but interesting. And the stranger was whereabouts?
Oh, dead.
Stranger's dead.
Sniped.
Snipe.
Snipe.
Right. Okay, I'm getting the picture. Well, come on in. Don't slip on the blood. You walk into the back room, and his surgery theater is quite extensive. You actually see the crust punk that you had stabbed earlier, and he is on his face hooked up to various machines, and the doctor has been essentially doing something to his spine. The scene is fucking grisly. And he looks at you and says, "So I can pull a bullet out of you pretty easily, and I'll patch you up as best I can." And where'd Cookie get shot? Looks like the stomach?
Looking like it.
It would appear so.
Great. All right. Well, I'll, give me a second. He walks into a back room and pulls out a second little, like a tiny gurney, and sets it up and gently puts Cookie onto it and starts examining him and nods and says, All right. Okay. This shouldn't be too hard. I should have him up in maybe a day or so, I think. I can't imagine it should be more than that. He's a pretty robust fellow, liver aside. But it looks like it wasn't a particularly damaging shot. It seems to have missed his stomach. So that's good, at least. Young miss, would you like to remove your coat for me?
Yeah, I'll take my coat off.
As you pull your coat off, you actually notice something. You were shot in the shoulder. The spot where the bullet hit has rewoven itself.
Yeah.
He hands you a bottle of whiskey, Hazel,
Yeah,
and says, "You're going to want some of this, probably."
I'm in. Yeah, probably.
He grabs a pair of forceps, and I'm going to need you to make a force check for me, Hazel.
Oh, God, no.
Wild West surgery.
Yep. Jesus.
1 success.
Partial success. You do not pass out.
Hey.
The pain is very excruciating. You take 2 points of stress as he digs into your shoulder and pulls out a bullet. And he examines it, and he says, This isn't the kind of shit you see around here normally. A lot of the stuff that the miners use is sort of low grade. And there's a couple of them that pour their own fucking bullets, for crying out loud. Who the hell were you up against? And please, I mean, you know what? A sniper, sure. But is this something that we need to worry about?
You know, the downside to snipers is you don't really get up and personal to talk to them about much.
Well, you know, that's fair. You'd be a pretty bad sniper if you did.
Well, he did say he was after us. Did I tell you guys that yet?
No.
Oh.
Oh,
He's after.
Oh, that's probably a detail I should have mentioned. Yeah, he's after us.
Also, maybe not in front of the people from town.
Oh, hey, guys.
Hey, look, we've got, there's the whole medical, don't worry, I hear a lot of shit. This is
HIPAA?
all, yeah, even out here.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Why is he after us?
I don't know.
Okay. He didn't say anything else?
Oh, he mentioned something about, oh man, check my notes. Check his notes.
It was, I'll refresh
Thank
you. He mentioned that you were the ones who had the pendant.
Yes, that's it.
A callback to Chapter 1, Episode 8. It is a symbol of the Grafter Church. I will remind you all because it was quite some fucking time ago. When they first arrived, when you first interacted with them, they basically said, find the old priest, bring me his pendant, was the exact word the commander used.
Oh yeah, this is the same group of people where we stole the C4 from.
Yes, exactly. This
Damn
was
it.
the church alley fight.
We should have boarded his ship so I could have found more C4.
Although you don't necessarily know that they were connected with that because that was actually a grafter plot and these guys were masquerading as grafters but are not necessarily inherently, you don't know their affiliations one way or the other.
I don't know if Hazel's gonna think that far.
Sure,
Bad guys had C4, find bad guys, get C4.
fair enough. The doctor looks over at all you and says, well, this sounds more like a you conversation than a me conversation. I'm currently wrist deep in a man's spine. I'm going to continue being wrist deep in a man's spine for a little bit. I'll make sure that nothing happens to Cookie. I'll keep him safe and I'll get him back on his feet. Is there anything else I can do for you three while you're here?
That's it.
Actually, hang on. He walks over and roots through his bag and pulls out a medical injector that looks identical to the one, Hazel, that you had found in the med stuff in the Jacani's shack. And he walks up to you and he stabs it just unceremoniously. Doesn't even say, he just goes like, blah, and just stabs it into your shoulder. And you feel this weird feeling of things flowing through you. And you watch as the liquid pulls out on the hole and your skin begins to re-knit itself.
Yep.
And he says, there, you should feel a little bit better now. You are healed.
Yeah. Fully?
Yep, you are fully healed.
Hell yeah!
Rolled on it, rolled well.
You don't happen to have more of those, do you?
I normally don't give these out just for free. Supplies are a little bit limited, but it seems like you all maybe might need some. The next shipment's coming in a few days, I think about 3 days. How about this? I'll let you buy them off me. How does that sound?
Possibly
Sure.
sounds okay.
How much are we talking?
He goes over and opens up a little case. There are 4 of them in there. And he says, normally I would let them go for 100 a pop.
And how about today?
Okay. Roll me a manipulation roll, Kyler.
Well, burned all that luck on the spaceship fight. That is no success.
No success. He says, today, 100 a pop.
You are in all things magnanimous.
Certainly. That's my middle name.
I'll grab 2 of them.
Does Hazel have 100?
Hazel has 211 credits according to her
Look
sheet.
at that. All right. Hazel gets 2. You have 11 credits.
Yes, but I will hopefully live.
I suppose I'll buy 1.
100 credits. We've got 3. Yeah, so the way this works is basically you take a full round action and you can heal using one of these. And it's 1d6 points of health. So you still need medicine to use these. This is basically just like a little health potion for y'all because I know how close you have all come to dying so many times. And I want you all to live.
Me too.
So, the doctor snaps the case shut and nods at you all and says, well, thank you for bringing Cookie. Honestly, despite his many flaws, I do actually sort of enjoy his presence here. Sort of livens things up a little bit. So, good job letting him not die to the mysterious sniper. Keep me apprised, please, if there are going to be more sniping victims coming in. I only have so much room, and I do what I can.
Okay. That's fair to me.
Well, pleasure doing business with you all. Good luck out there. Don't get sniped, I guess. And he just turns around and just goes back into that man's spine. Just like really going at it.
Look at him go.
Yeah, like somewhere between a Jackson Pollock painting and just the weirdest butcher you've ever seen.
That's an image.
I will, just
Yeah.
for point of order,
It certainly is.
place Cookie's Derringer on a doctor's table somewhere. I don't have much use for that. Yeah, I
Oh,
don't have much
that's
use
nice
of
of
that. And can we just say that we picked up my Vespa?
Yes, I will let that happen. That is, we won't be. I'm not gonna make you lose your Vespa immediately upon getting it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. See, I'm not always mean.
Just when it counts.
Just yeah.
Well then, turns out hell might have a few more enemies for our heroes than originally expected. But what will our heroes do now? Where did the sniper run off to? When will he be back? Well, you best stick around, 'cause you're gonna find out next time on Astronautica.